Breastfeeding means the approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
Welcome to the latest and most amazing show on here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along.
I did single.
For real.
You're not a backup singer.
That's what they do.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
Time check is 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV. So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about fun, it's all about entertainment, it's all about entertaining gossip and stories from social, it's all about the latest trends, it's about what's lit, it's all about the games with our guests, and yes, in general, I like to say it's all about the vibes and vibes only.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and
an incompetent means an incompetent person.
This Saturday, 21st September 2024, Afia is on the ballot. It's Nigeria Kwenu Saturday, with all-day coverage from Edo, Imo and Enugu states. Join us for all-day coverage on the Enugu and Imo local government elections as well as the Edo gubernatorial elections. Nigeria Kwenu all day. Exclusive to Afia, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17.
You're welcome back to Nigeria Kwenu Election Saturday. I'm Namdi Abaya, of course. Natalie Uku is here with me, and we've been joined by Divine Onoha, who have more updates on trends. But before we go into social media trends, some very, very disturbing incidents from Umwenwene Nike here in Enugu State, where our people, Afia TV crew trying to cover the event, were harassed by yet to be identified members of the community or possibly members of political party, harassing journalists for doing their job, even stripping the tag of our cameraman at the venue, despite us being well identified with a fully branded OB van with ID cards, everything in place. Apparently the intervention of some security agents and possibly some people to the rescue, and it's very disturbing that the media should be the target of this. And what don't you want the media to film is not for me to speculate, but I think it's very, very, very unfortunate, and that people who should want the media to expose what can prevent them from exercising their constitutional franchise choose instead themselves to be the impediments to the democracy that they want to achieve. This is self-sabotage, self-immolation, and it is akin to taking a political suicide pill, preventing development and also preventing any sort of prospect or hope for the generations you're hoping to bring, because elections are the last and final protest of the citizenry of any country. And attacking the media, who are the guardians and bastions, the fourth estate of the realm, the people who protect you, is unheard of, and it's an unthinkable act. But we do have one member of our team on the phone now. Sybil, are you with me? Hello, Sybil, are you with me? Hello, Sybil, can you hear me?
Please, could you reduce the volume?
Sybil, all right, so
hello,
please.
right here.
Okay, so please, give me, when you arrived at Umwene, give me an accurate picture of what happened. What triggered the people there and made them attack you people when you went to shoot? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, could you come again?
I said, what exactly led to the reaction you got when you went there to cover proceedings, voting proceedings at Umwene and Nike?
Okay, what happened was, as usual, we are the press, we had gone to cover everything possible, and then they were taking in some ballot boxes into a bus. Samuel, being the guy with camera, tried to do the coverage of it, and then they attacked him. They told him to stop, grabbed his camera, started hitting and doing all sorts of things. He was trying to defend himself, of course, but they were too much. And then I, on the other hand, and Ifnaya, we had tried to get videos on our smartphones, since they were attacking the main camera, to see if we could send for proof. Some of them got lost. Even one other guy, I'm sorry, there was this other guy somewhere that had also tried to cover the entire stuff. They attacked him too. I'm sorry I didn't mention it on time, but they attacked him. So we had to be discreet, and that was how we got the little videos we could get. Some of them approached me to keep my phones, otherwise I would smash the phone. I had.
Hello, Sybil, are you still with us?
To play it cool and play it safe.
So I
had also tried to call for help. Yes.
So
yes, I'm still with you.
I can see a security agent there, a policeman. Did he come to your aid, or was he part of those that were preventing you from filming?
He did not come to our aid. He was being diplomatic. He didn't want it to seem like, because we are the press, so he was trying to play it safe. He didn't want it to seem like he was bright or with them, and as if he wasn't protecting us. So all he said was he had spoken to Samuel to tell him to ask him how much he wanted, so they would give him the money. That's bribe. And Samuel said he wasn't in for that or anything, that he had come for official duties, and that was what he was trying to do. And then it escalated from there.
Did you by any chance get the details of the policeman on duty?
We could not. We could not get anybody's detail, apart from the two persons we had initially interviewed.
I can see in the chaos. So you had interviewed people, there was no problem, till you tried to film them putting ballot boxes in a bus.
Yes, that's
I mean, it would be nice to, I would like to even hear what the ruckus was all about. Maybe we can even identify, why they were.
I mean, she just said it.
Yeah, but the actual audio of that video. Just really hear. Maybe you can identify these people with their voices.
Okay, Sybil. Well, I'm happy. At least it was were any of you physically hurt? Because I can see them really dragging Samuel about.
I personally wasn't hurt. I think Samuel, were you hurt? Okay, so nobody was.
Because I can see to the point that they tore his tag off his neck.
Yes, they grabbed him by his neck.
I'm looking at it on video. I think
yes,
this is.
it was caught on video.
I think if this is what we are calling elections, then we are not ready. This morning, Mr. Ambrose Iboke likened Nigerians during elections to having animalistic tendencies. But maybe we should hear this video with the actual audio of what transpired there. Sibel, thank you so much. We'll get back to you and find out. But I'm happy everybody is safe and you've left them safely. So we'll hear the video with the actual audio, and let's actually see if we can make out what's been said there.
All right.
See my phone now?
Well, so I mean, what we're hearing is a lot of noise there, and this is very, very sad, Natalie. And let me get your own take on this.
I mean, it's rather unfortunate, rather sad. You know, people really do get out of control during elections. People do all sorts of things. And if you recall, like when Dr. Ibuke was here, and you know, both of you were talking about allowing people to. These are the kind of things that make me understand that we may not be ready for that yet. Because even in a controlled environment like that, you still see things like this. What were they hiding? What didn't they want Afia TV to film? What was really wrong with them putting the ballot boxes in the bus? Was that part of what they were supposed to be doing? Was that the right?
I mean, at the end of the day, when you finish voting, now you show the result sheet normally. You will take away the ballots for verification, because the used ballots are property of, for auditing purposes, are property of the Electoral Commission. So you're right. If they're not doing anything untoward,
exactly.
What was the problem?
What was the problem? You know, so people really do get out of control, you know, in situations like this, and decide not to let the media do their job.
And Sibel did mention that they offered Samuel money.
For what?
For what? Very, very crazy, and we'll go there. But I mean, Divine, you are here for social media trends. But before we hit those trends, let's talk of this trend which is affecting us. And because I need to hear your own take on this, because I have all credit to Samuel for self-control, you know, preserving himself and his equipment. I can't imagine myself being that well behaved. As far as I'm concerned, this is a mob. They want to finish me, and I'm just deciding who is going with me. That's what's in my mind. I can't imagine being that well behaved in such a situation. But what would you have him do?
I mean, if they were...
No, I admire his self-control. You know, in the face of being faced by animals, it's okay. It's extremely commendable of him to maintain his composure in such a situation. Very professional of him.
We'll just have to really look at this in detail. But first, let's take a quick break. Nigeria Kwenu returns shortly. Please stay with us.
The program is still Nigeria Kwenu Election Saturday on Afia 254 DSTV, GoTV 17. And we're just looking at the harassment faced by our team that was covering elections at Umwenwene Nike this afternoon. Just, I mean, a few minutes ago. Very disturbing scenes. But we'll follow up on that. We'll get more information on it. But first, Divine Honor is here with more social media trends for today. And well, let me hear what the good people of Nigeria are saying today.
Okay, the good people of INEC, I guess. So INEC is being dragged all over X. You know, we've seen situations of people trying to steal votes or buy votes. And of course, the EFCC had to swing in action. We've seen situations where the voting process did not start on time. So a lot of people have been, shouting about how incompetent INEC seemed to be, especially during election. And the likes of Davido came out and, was blowing hot on social media. And at some point, he had to demand for an extension of the time. And right after he made that demand, INEC did a press release, released a statement saying that there has been an extension for the voting time in areas where the process commenced late. And according to them, they said they will continue to monitor the ongoing governorship election process to ensure that no voter is disenfranchised. The Commission wishes to reiterate that in line with our regulations and guidelines, voting will be extended wherever it commenced late and will continue until the last voter on the queue who arrived at the polling units by 2:30 p.m. has voted. Recall that this voting was supposed to end by 2 p.m., but right now they have...
So they're saying anybody who arrived after 2:30 p.m. would not be...
That is what it means.
So what of those who went because their people came late, heard that INEC were there and came back? What happens to them?
Honestly, it is
and we should also let people know that this is INEC, so this is just for Edo. It does not affect the Enugu and Imo local government elections. So, I mean, let me ask you what you think, because I know what I think. So I want to know what you think about INEC's attempt to right their own wrongs.
I think while some people think it's commendable that they finally extended the time, I feel like they've had years to plan for this thing. I feel like it doesn't always have to be like this. There shouldn't be that rush hour of trying to get things fixed. Why was it not fixed from the onset? What would it have taken for them to have all these things in place? Why are we still having issues of result sheets not being available? I mean, I don't know if I'm sorry to say, but INEC is just incompetent at this point. That's what I feel.
I mean, I wouldn't call them incompetent. I've seen incompetent, and it's not this bad. So, but
oh my gosh.
Natalie, I mean, what are your thoughts on INEC? That despite their big budget, despite the fact that they're only running one election, one state, Edo, just one state, that they have failed to, one, get materials there on time, two, they have to
commence the
extend
process
the
on time.
I mean, what's your take on how INEC is handling Edo? And do you feel confident in what will come out as the result based on this?
I'm wondering if I should be surprised. I mean, it's INEC. I'm not surprised, and I have to be flat out honest. I'm not surprised. Lots of people are asking if INEC has learned its lesson, but it hasn't. And I think that what it has in fact done is influence other electoral bodies to, be unprepared. So I'm not surprised. And yes, I do think it will influence the electoral outcomes at the end of the day.
Okay, let's just take a look at what other people think on X. The first comment I have here says, "Thank you, Davido, for speaking up today. If only other celebrities will join their voices in calling a spade a spade. I really wish for the people's choice to prevail today. Enough of all this fire brigade kind of election. I don't even know if INEC is for or against the people." It's funny because people are still dragging Davido because he hasn't spoken up for other elections, the way he has. And according to him, it's because his mother is from Edo State, which is another reason he's been dragged. But moving on, another comment here.
Wait,
Joyce Daniel.
Is he supposed to talk about every other election?
Well, I don't.
I mean, somebody needs to tell me the election Whiskey, Tiwa Savage, Thames, Don Jazzy, Burna Boy. Somebody needs to tell me the elections that they talk about. If Davido is concerned about elections that primarily affect places, if every single person talked about the election that affected them, like we're having Imo and Enugu local government elections, if we had Fino, Flavor, and everybody talking about these elections, I don't think Davido needs to go and talk about elections concerning people who are from this
Imo
region.
State, yeah.
Imo or Enugu, or who grew up in any of those states.
A lot seems to be happening right now in Owerri. Owerri West specifically, a lot of ruckus going on. The voters are trying to stop
from leaving the property, which is some breaking news. I think Divine would have to hang out with us a bit longer. We'll go on a quick break. We'll add John Kennedy to our roster and come back, and because we need to, because it's a trend.
It is a trend.
And we have
Major.
to, I mean, we need to really know what's going on. I saw that video just as you saw it, and I was intrigued. I'm trying to keep a straight face on the camera. I'm like, what's going on here?
Isiek is defending himself. Voters are also trying to, expose Isiek.
So do you agree now that it's Isiek and not Isiek?
It's
Nigeria Kwenu election Saturday. We'll be right back.
Hey ladies, join us on Gyna Plus every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17, where we will delve into health issues affecting girls and women in society.
Breastfeeding doesn't even cause breastfeeding. The frequency of breastfeeding means the approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
Welcome to the latest and most amazing show on here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along.
I did sing.
For real.
You're not a backup singer.
That's what they do.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
Time check is 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV. So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about fun, it's all about entertainment, it's all about entertaining gossip and stories from social, it's all about the latest trends, it's about what's lit, it's all about the games with our guests, and yes, in general, I like to say it's all about the vibes and vibes only.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and
An incompetent means an incompetent person.
This Saturday, 21st September 2024, Afia is on the ballot. It's Nigeria Kwenu Saturday, with all-day coverage from Edo, Imo, and Enugu states. Join us for all-day coverage on the Enugu and Imo local government elections, as well as the Edo gubernatorial elections. Nigeria Kwenu election Saturday, all day. Exclusive to Afia, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence.
You want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.
Hey ladies, join us on Gyno Plus every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17, where we will delve into health issues affecting girls and women in society.
Breastfeeding doesn't even cause blood clot. The frequency of breastfeeding means the approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
Welcome to the latest and most amazing show on your ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along.
I did sing.
For real.
You're not a backup singer.
I said it because
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
time check is 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV. So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about fun, it's all about entertainment, it's all about entertaining gossip and stories from social, it's all about the latest trends, it's about what's lit, it's all about the games with our guests, and yes, in general, I like to say it's all about the vibes and vibes only.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and
An incompetent means an incompetent person.
The program is still Nigeria Kwenu election Saturday, covering the local government elections in Imo and Enugu, and of course governorship elections in Edo State. We just told you about what happened in Enugu with the Afia crew who were at Umwenike attacked by people who accused, who we suspect, or we don't suspect rather, who were filming transporting boxes into a bus. We don't know what it was for. Luckily, our people managed to escape uninjured despite blatant assault on our cameraman, which even saw his tag torn off his shirt. Some very, very, very disturbing scenes, and not something that we were very, very, very happy about. And we'll be coming to Imo State, where sadly again, one of our correspondents, Miriam, has been, well, not assaulted, but attacked and threatened, again by people suspected to be party agents. We'll be coming to her shortly, but first, let's join Emmanuel Wazwe, who is at Okigwe. Emmanuel, good afternoon.
It's now good evening. We can safely say good evening, Nnamdi.
Don't worry.
Well, I've been here since 7 a.m.
So we're learning from NSEC.
According to NSEC and INEC, it is still morning. Natalie is right.
Oh well.
Election materials are yet to arrive.
In a situation when the abnormal becomes normal in a country like Nigeria, and we are just moving. I have just left the secretariat, and it is safe to say that there is no local government election in Okigwe local government area, and leaving that particular place. In fact, I nearly had the same issue with Miriam, where this particular village called Ndiohia, where I said, okay, maybe if this thing is not happening at the secretariat, maybe somewhere it could be happening. So I attempted to make some bureaus. That was when I was, confronted not to make any filming. And at that point, the military guys who earlier visited the secretariat had left. So any other person staying there may be staying there at their own expense. So that was exactly why I had to live there. But before then, there was nothing like either ESEC officials or the materials at that particular place. So the place, Ndiohia, from there we went to Umudiaba. These are villages. These are villages in Ezinachi, autonomous community of Okigwe. So that's how it has been. If an election has not begun by now, I wonder when it will happen.
That's very, 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 very worrisome that we don't even know that by now elections have not begun. We saw INEC send something out, a press release for Edo State, that anybody who was on the queue before 2:30, they can, accredit and let them vote till the last voter has voted. Do you think that ESEC is going to make any of those considerations for people voting in Imo State?
Well, it depends on the part of Imo it is. It was mentioned earlier.
Chairman. So does that mean that we are going to see some caretakering continue?
That's exactly. In the morning, I described that particular place as one of the ungoverned places in Nigeria, and that's exactly what it is. But from the information I got earlier, that even the sole administrator who is supposed to, administer that particular area does not operate in Okigwe. He is not present. In fact, I was also told that no local government staff of that particular local government, works there. So that place is just like an abandoned zone. In fact, if we had taken our lens, further, you see even the chapel, torn roofs, everything nearing dilapidation if it has not actually gotten to that particular level. So I understand he operates from Owerri, the state capital. So even if a local government chairman is elected, with the presence of insecurity in that area, it means that he may also be operating from Owerri.
Before the elections, this just confirms the rumors that there were reports that there will be no voting going on in Okigwe.
Due to insecurity.
And like I said, and I keep on saying, that is just skirting around the real issue. Well, yes, that confirms it. It really does. And I wonder what would become the fate of the voters who actually went there because they were not properly informed to vote.
But then, from the grapevine, I was hearing also that some activities were taking place in Owerri. I wonder what the activities are. So you shouldn't be surprised that at the end of the day you get numbers, just as we saw during the governorship election, where there was so much voter apathy, and yet the collation center, state collation center, we began to see multitude of numbers churning out.
500,000 votes. I'm just getting an update now on X, and this is someone saying, in my ward in Imo State during election, the rate of vote buying was 200K for INEC workers, 5K for each person that agreed to vote APC, and many voted. They weaponized poverty.
Where is this?
He wasn't specific, but he said Imo State. That's what he said.
Wow.
I don't know if you can confirm.
Emmanuel, was there any rumors of vote buying at those activities taking place in Owerri?
No, if there were vote buying, it would have meant that the election was taking place. But the thing is that those individuals you saw on our B-roll were actually, most of them were ad hoc staff who came saying, okay, even if the election will not take place, come and settle us and let's go.
That makes no sense.
It makes sense. You contract me for a job. If you don't bring the materials,
yes.
I've already left and come to do the job.
Let me understand.
You must pay me.
Let me understand. So it means that those were just rumors, that they were actually planned to hold elections there, but no materials were brought. Isiek
contracted people, and the people showed up to do their job. If you do not bring material,
so that means that there was actually supposed to be some kind of election.
There was supposed to be an election, of course.
It makes no sense.
We would hear all sorts of rumors to discourage people from showing up and voting there. I think it's atrocious.
So if we now hear at the very end that Okigwe had 500,000
Okigwe had the highest number of votes. Highest voter turnout.
You come back to Afia TV and take a look at that.
But I mean, this is a country where we have judges who have thrown out cases in which somebody didn't contest primary but was given the seat. We've had judges who have thrown out cases where somebody was complaining that the number of voters the opponent had was more than the total number of accredited voters. So I
mean, results are already coming out, and a lot of people can't seem to understand, because even in areas where it looks like there was no voting, it looks like they're getting a lot of numbers.
That's from Imo State.
People are talking, not necessarily Imo State, Edo State, most especially.
But before we get there, we just have to. I mean, I just really need to know what is happening in Owerri West at this point. Emmanuel, thank you so much.
We'll get back to you. Please stay safe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll come back to you. Let's go straight to John Kennedy in Owerri West.
Stay safe in Okigwe, Nnamdi.
Stay safe in Okigwe, yes, now.
All right.
Stay safe in Okigwe.
That's an oxymoron.
It's not an oxymoron. It's the prayer from a touched heart. I really want... See, stay safe in Okigwe is the best advice you can give somebody right now.
All right, Emmanuel. Stay safe in Okigwe.
John Kennedy, are you with us now?
I think he's been waiting on the call, and now he has probably gone to cover more things. But I mean, we do have his report. John Kennedy, are you back?
Okay, so he's not with us. I don't know if we can see those reports John Kennedy sent in. A lot of things happening. I really wanted to hear, because we're hearing that the people and Isiek have come to a head. And it seems as if the bushmeat has become the hunter, or rather, bushmeat has caught the hunter. So
a lot of drama seems to be going on. Let's see what we can make of it. I mean, the ECEC official was seen explaining the drama, but let's hear from the electorate first, and then we'll see what the ECEC
we can make out of it.
Official is saying.
See, the election materials have arrived, and there are a lot of persons, especially the indigenous, are out in mass to cast their vote. But then there is a problem. There are chaos everywhere, and people keep asking, what's the reason for this? And as we heard from one of our respondents who told us earlier, he stated that some persons are bringing in externals to come and cast their votes, especially with the absence of the result sheet from the ISEC. We keep asking, is this the type of election we want? That is why there are so many queries, as you can see. So please keep being with us as we give you more updates from Owerri West.
As you can see, the major problem we are having here in our world is no result sheet from the ISEC people. They came there without a result sheet. I think that's one of the major problems we're having now. And one of the contestants for APC councillorship also is tripping in non-indigenous in our community, our ward, Oforola Ward 1, in Owerri West. So if you look around, you will see that our youth are very angry about that. That's the major problem for now. Is it a problem?
No result sheet, no election. You don't hear me, so? You don't hear them? Now see it be. When they see my face, where?
Thank you. Okay. So are you ready, sir?
Yes. I am Honorable Reginald Adikeloba.
Okay, tell us what's going on here. What's happening?
I am the PDP chairmanship candidate. What's going on here? I will see the reason why ASEC officials, ad hocs, we are sent to Avo. Not to Avo, without all the West for this election. There was no result sheet. Now we'll see what's happening here now. I have approached the STO to reach the office and complain that there was no result sheet. They are playing pranks. What are you telling us? How can we conduct the election? No result sheet. Why are we going to enter the result sheet? Are you hearing me? This is what's happening here now. Yes. What they are asking now, let there be free and fair election. And also, to have a result sheet, where they can enter the results. We is not here of any kind. Out of 20 units in our Ward 1, there's no single result sheet. Is it fair? Don't be angry. I have this election. I am the candidate of PDP chairmanship over the West. Why would that happen? What would it happen? And if you tell them there is a conspiracy, there's no APC people here to tell you what they're doing. So without reason, we are saying if there's no result sheet, there should be no election. What is it? What they are asking now, let there be free and fair election. And also,
this kind of stuff is happening, bro. What is happening?
What is happening now is a mess. Total mess. This country is a big mess. Look at what is happening. The ASEC staff is said they brought for the election. There's no material given to them. Since 8 o'clock till now, we are waiting. Since 8 o'clock till now, nothing is happening. What is happening in this country? What is the threat of the youth? Police and police. I want everybody to know there's no election in Owerri West. Yes.
I am Mrs. Senayo Cynthia.
Okay, tell us, we are complaining that there is no result. Tell us why you did not come with your result.
Anyway, when we are sorting for the material, we asked, I requested for it. They told me that there is no result sheet yet, that they are calling ASEC office for result sheet, that we should go with this material. Result sheet is coming. That was why we came out.
Wait for the result sheet to come.
So I wouldn't know what I would tell you on that.
I said promised us that the election is going to start by 8 a.m. and end by 3:30. And look at the time, you are just arriving and you don't have the complete material. What do you have to say about it? There is no election.
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm just an ad hoc staff. I'm an ASEC staff. So I just came in today to do this work. I don't know anything about all this you're asking me.
So that means there's no election happening here now.
That is what it is now.
So people have to wait till get the paper since they are coming.
There is no problem. No problem.
Thank you. Let me thank God for today. What is happening here today is apparently a clear indication that our people are really sensitized and they are now very much mature about election matters. For the fact that people gathered and waited up to this particular time, it's a clear indication that local government is either an advocacy who is contesting or another person. And of course, in any contest, only one person wins. And then for the councillorship, they are all Avo people. Whoever wins is a son of Avo. But the important thing is that let the people have the freedom which has been created for them to, for God's sake, express their franchise, contest election and so on. But whatever we are doing, let there be no violence. Any problem that we are having now, it will be resolved. Let me
Be patient, and we should wait that our result sheets are going to arrive very soon.
Well, I'm not an ISEC official, so I don't know about result sheet and so on and so forth. All that I want is let there be a peaceful election. Let there be a level playing ground for people to contest. But if there are problems, logistic problems, as I said earlier, in terms of whatever material, where it is going to be addressed. We are going to.
Without the result sheet, the election cannot hold because there won't be any place to sign the result. So now that we don't have the election sheet, the result sheet, how do we go about this? That is why most of the people are very angry at this point.
The point is that the ISEC people and the government, they are aware of all these problems, and I believe that it will be solved. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
September.
Yes, my name is Mr. Johnson Elibe from Oboku Avo, Owerri West. Well, what is going on here is that the election did not hold. Come on, that the people that want to do the election for us, they did not come with what they call it, receipt or voting card. They did not come with receipt. They have voting results. So, and the masses said they're not going to vote without that result sheet because I never see where they're doing an election. You vote ordinary without that result sheet. Where are you going to enter it? So there's no election. That's the problem we are having here.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Okay, sir, can you tell us what is going on here as the CSO of this great community?
Okay, as the chief secretary of the community, today is our election. We want to take our materials for election. On reaching there, one of the contestants, Pascal Okolo, came with some woodlots from Amausa. They stole phone at that point. When the young man noticed they took his phone, he was shouting and he held the guy and they should give him his phone. He refused. They started dragging the phone. Before we know, they started fighting. They broke one of my security man's head. So at the point now, we arrived at the center for the election. Now to see that the materials they came with, the resource sheet to enter the election is not there. So the masses demand that they will show them the result sheet and they will enter the results. They refused. They said there is none. So they now said they should go. So in this place, our autonomous community, there is no votes going on here. As you can see, the ISEC people are about to leave the place. So that is what we are witnessing now. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I don't know whether they want to start.
The hired vehicle just left, so I think these are the ballots. Come on.
All I know, listen well. What we were, listen well. We have Avo and the peaceful. There's no election out and they will get a lot of violence in Avo. Right from democracy of Nigeria, I've probably got before in any violence of any kind. That's why we remain peaceful since we came here. You can see, we will not fight you, we will not attack you, we will not even abuse you. Rather, all we are asking for the needful to be done. So, for your official was sent to you to be convinced that there was no election with these materials. You have to rule all the pages of the chairmanship ballot papers and the council ballot papers. Once it's done, peacefully you will go and go and report to them. There was no election of any kind in entire Afo, 20 booths in Afo. That's the reason why there was no here, no one. This is the Afo here, 20 booths. So on that note, for peace today, we do as I said, frankly you will go. It's no problem. Because the adults and the access of fire and whoever can involve this election. All we're asking is free and fair election. And for the fact there was no such thing, let this thing be done peacefully. And you go. There is that woman that's peaceful. So do you understand what it's saying? Very coming.
We're just like in Okigwe, the claim is the same. No materials, no elections, even stopping the ISEC, or do we say ISEC? Officials from leaving the location. And I mean, a lot's happening already, but before we even start going into all this, we have to get on the phone and go back to Owerri Municipal, where our very own Marian Onyedule was attacked. And Marian, are you on the line with us?
Okay, good afternoon, Nandi.
Good afternoon, how are you doing?
I'm very well and a bit disorganized now. Actually, I've been covering the election process at Development Private Secondary School at Susie Ward 3 here in Owerri Municipal. And at the time, voting supposedly had ended. And two vehicles, one shuttle bus, a black jeep with an open van that had delivered or brought electoral materials earlier in the day before voting kicked off, had come in supposedly to take back these materials, say to the collation center. And I took out my phone, doing my job, just getting factual, video coverage of everything. When the vehicles were driving out of the premises, they stopped, approached me, and began to harass me, asking me who I was, who permitted me to take videos of what was going on. Even after explaining to them that I'm the press, I work with Afia TV, even showed them an accreditation card that was given to press people accredited to cover the election process by ISEC. One of the women, a woman who was with them, who said she was the councillor of the area, took my phone, threatened to call the police on me, call people to beat me up, and forcefully took my phone and deleted a lot of videos I had made that were related to the elections that were ongoing. So that was what happened.
The woman said she's the councillor there?
Yeah, she said she's the councillor.
Of which, do you know which ward this was?
Ward 3, at Susie Ward 3. She kept asking, who gave you the permission to take videos? Did you let me know? Well, how dare you come here and take videos? Stuff like that.
So we are saying, you said Ward 3?
Yes, at Susie Ward 3.
At Susie Ward 3, Owerri Municipal. And
yes,
she's claiming to be the councillor.
Yes.
I just want you to be safe, but I'm very sure that my engagement in this matter does not stop here. Were you injured in any way?
No, I am not injured. They tried to beat me up, but they didn't do that eventually. I'm not injured, I'm safe.
Well, did they give you your phone back?
Yes, I took my phone. I was able to get back my phone.
So I'm not usually short of words, but I mean this is 2 times in a row now in under an hour that we have had Afia journalists assaulted at the venues of local government elections in 2 states.
It's just oppressive. It's just oppressive. Because the last one, we heard that they were thugs, party agents, and then this time, a councillor.
She's
like, this is
she's
someone
claiming
that
she's a councillor.
Claiming that
well,
she's a
we know
councillor.
what our reporter was in, and we know. So we'll find out about this quote-unquote councillor. Because I don't think, at least for me,
for her to say, for her to have said, you know, so you didn't take permission from me.
I beg to ask, in what world does the press need permission from a councillor to film?
I asked that as well. I'm doing my job. I work with the media. Do I need permission, to do my job? And the woman she got even more infuriated when I asked that question. That made her to tell her boys to call the police to pick me up.
Did the police show up? Marian, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Did the police show up?
Is the what?
Did the police show up?
No, no, the police did not. Although the police was there earlier when voting was going on, as per security presence. But at the time this happened, there were no security. The security people or personnel in sight. She said she was going to call the police as a way of threatening me to stop me from doing my job. That was what happened.
I mean, the intrigues, Nnamdi.
I'm having a very unprofessional moment right now because I'm using every bit of decorum and composure I have to not blow my top right now.
Let me now make you blow your top.
I'm that infuriated.
The councillor who was not taking permission from took the phone, and not only did she take the phone, she unlocked it, and then she deleted the content and threatened to call the police, and then she made away with her team.
These people have to tell us what they don't want us to film that they are putting in these vehicles at the end of elections. Because the same thing.
Tell us, because it makes absolutely no sense.
Is where you're putting boxes in van. The press film you attack them, even almost broke our camera. You're doing the same thing in Owerri Municipal. You attack, we film. If you're just doing the normal end of day packing of election materials, because the ballots do belong to the Electoral Commission.
Exactly.
What is the councillor, a sitting councillor, being involved with the electioneering process?
But the question also is, what is the accreditation for? As a media person, as an observer, if you can't observe
you're missing
the
my
election.
point too. It is not ISEC that told her.
The councillor knows, and then you come and start showing your superiority and exerting your power, knowing fully well that you have no authority.
Investigations will be done. Marian?
Yeah.
I don't want to, I would love you, if I would love you to do anything now, I'd love you to go home, lie down, relax. Collation happens. What time does collation start?
We are assuming that collations will take place this evening. We do not know yet. There is no adequate information on that currently. Collation will take place this evening or tomorrow.
All right, we'll be watching to see what happens. But thank you so much. I'm as much as I'm angry, I'm really also very happy that no harm came to you. That is my #1 priority. I'm very, very, very happy you're safe, you're unhurt. And we, of course, this is not something that will end with us discussing on screen, at least not for me. But we'll get back to you later and find out if indeed collation will happen today. And, whatever else will happen today in Owerri Municipal. Thank you so much, and well done for what you've done today.
Thank you. Do have a nice day.
Great work, Marian.
It's all happening in Owerri. There's no voting in Okigwe. In Owerri West, the people don't want ASEC to leave because they've not voted at this time of the day. And then you have Owerri Municipal where a councillor, a sitting councillor, as she claims though, is telling that the woman is claiming to be a sitting councillor. We don't even know if she's lying.
Exactly.
But she did identify herself as an ISEC official, telling a journalist who gave you permission to video. Are we joking?
Then
what is this
it
country
even makes
becoming?
it more unlikely that that's a councillor, because it might just be so.
No, she might be. She might be, because she's more likely to be
so uneducated to.
She's more likely to be a politician than an electoral umpire, because the danger for the electoral umpire is that you're not part of any machine that can protect you. But as a politician, especially a councillor, you feel like you're a grassroots champion. We will do our investigation. I mean, we are the press, and we will find out. And, appropriate letters will be written to every level of governance in Imo State, because things like this, and even to the up to the IG of police, because there is under no circumstance. Even the IG of police tells policemen they cannot open your phone.
Exactly.
Then someone. I think at this point, so that I don't, refer to people in terms that are very unprofessional. I will not say more than that, but I think it's most unbecoming if she's indeed a councillor to engage in such uncouth behavior.
Uncouth behavior. That's like dancing on Milliken Hill, well, we still have to stay, wary. Just, now we're seeing that there are arguments going on between ad hoc staff at Owerri West. So let's check back with John Kennedy. He has sent in some footage and see what the ad hoc staff are arguing about. And
material is being taken back to ISIEC.
Materials are being taken back to...
And ad hoc staff are arguing...
You see, I think about it correct. I think it's ISIEC, because we're hearing now people saying ISIEC, and now I'm calling it ISIEC.
They're trying to be...
It's like saying INEC.
I think they're trying to be fresh. No, but, yeah, well, true.
INEC.
But maybe that's why they're saying ISIEC.
ISIEC.
But
I think
you
it's
don't know
ISIEC.
ISIEC. There's a youth organization already called ISIEC.
Yeah, but ISIEC.
And they're a credible organization. But
well,
let's
Milo. Let's see what's happening. The electoral materials are apparently being taken back. ISIEC have been asked to mark out the papers and delay that there was no election before they will be left to leave. There is a controversy. Well, this is actually going on in Enugu. But before we get to Enugu, let's finish up with Owerri West. See what is going on, why the ad hoc staff are arguing, and whether the electorate have been, well, let's say, whether they are now happy or whether they've decided to vote, which I do not think they have done. Take a look at that report.
As you can see, the materials.
They should cancel it. You can go to I have to I don't know. To do what now? Which are coming? Which people are coming? Which people are coming?
But to come make a what do you want to say about this election? Did you vote?
I didn't vote. I've been a election. Look, I'm married. I'm married. I've been a election. No, I'm not going to buy a child. You're not changing. Don't show Johnny.
Done with your Owerri West. More developments still coming in. We'll keep you updated. Did the INEC staff have to cancel the ballot papers? To find out, you have to stay here. Also at 6 p.m., Action Aid giving a briefing, end-of-day conclusive statement about the state of elections in all 17 local governments here in Enugu State today. And of course, we'll be wrapping up how Edo went today. So much more, and of course, thoughts, views, and the studio is not closing, of course. Transmission will switch swiftly to the collation centers to see what happens at the end of the day and who exactly is declared winner where in all the elections that were held today. Nigeria, Kwenu, Election Saturday. We'll be right back.
Election Saturday.
This Saturday, 21st September 2024, Afia is on the ballot. It's Nigeria Kwenu Saturday, with all-day coverage from Edo, Imo and Enugu states. Join us for all-day coverage on the Enugu and Imo local government elections as well as the Edo gubernatorial elections. Nigeria Kwenu Election Saturday. All day. Exclusive to Afia, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence.
If you want to get to know about it, have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.